It was the 21st edition of Nigerian Oil and Gas Conference 2022 in Abuja. Oil and gas stakeholders, potential investors, government representatives, the international community were in attendance. It held between July 4th and 7th, 2022. Paper presentations, exhibition, keynote speeches, networking were features of the NOG 2022. One of the exhibitors at NOG 2022 with a unique service our media team caught up with is Ambulance Nigeria. Just a little reminder, Ambulance Nigeria is a pan-African healthcare company with core services in pre-hospital care. If you ask an ordinary Nigerian on the street, they will say, all things being equal, Nigeria should have attained an effective national emergency service and ambulance system that works to reduce the number of deaths caused by delay in access to healthcare services, especially in pre-hospital care and emergency services. Given the deficit in ambulance service in Nigeria, private ambulance services are now executed by individuals, organizations, and agencies. One of such healthcare companies is Ambulance Nigeria, with a certified capacity to render emergency pre-hospital care. Their services are air medical services, land medical services, marine ambulance services, occupational health services, and general medical assistance. Ambulance Nigeria can be found rendering services in the manufacturing, oil and gas, energy sectors, and even construction sector to ultimately reduce to the barest minimum or stop mortality rates among workers. It is no-brainer that elimination of delays in access to healthcare can indeed reduce the high mortality rates recorded in Nigeria. It is estimated that an efficient emergency medical treatment service can reduce mortality by nearly 50% by reducing delays in physical and financial access, especially at night. Speaking at NOG 2022 with the brain behind this movement of saving lives in critical moments, Dr. Tomiwa Ogunbona provided insights to better understand what Ambulance Nigeria is all about. Dr. Ogunbona is an occupational health physician with several years of experience across various industries in the UK, in South Africa, in Nigeria, among others. It was an engaging chat. Take a listen and join in.
Ambulance Nigeria is an international medical assistance organization. We tend to look after the health care of corporate bodies and provide standard and premium occupational health service. Ambulance Nigeria is an international initiative which was born out of a need for pre-hospital care in Nigeria. Prior to now, there was a dearth of pre-hospital care. So we had people who had emergencies in their houses and did not have any means of reaching the hospital. And that gap was there, staring us in the face and very conspicuous. There was a gap in healthcare sector where people who had emergencies and needed to get to the hospital did not have that means of safe transport. And as such, we began this initiative.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, this is Ambulance Nigeria. Okay, where exactly are you right now? Okay, thank you very much. We will dispatch somebody to you right away.
Ambulance, what's wrong with you, please?
When a critical emergency occurs, the ambulance has 8 to 15 minutes to respond. Dispatch, we're stuck in traffic currently. I don't think we're able to make it in time. Kindly dispatch the power bike response unit right away. Over.
Dispatching right away. Over.
When speed absolutely matters, call Ambulance Nigeria.
We've experienced challenges all through running the initiative because, as I mentioned, it's a new service. Prior to now, Nigerians did not have access to proper emergency pre-hospital care. So starting it, everyone went, first, we're a very religious nation. So when you tell people, oh, come and subscribe or come and get an ambulance service, they're like, no, God forbid. so we used to joke that we're a God forbid service because, and we explained to people that, look, you keep saying God forbid, but we need to be realistic. Emergencies happen and they don't tell us when they happen. So you need to be prepared. With time, people saw the need and started embracing the service, and that's where we are today. Ambulance service should be affordable to everybody. So our prices are affordable to the everyday man on the streets, the everyday Nigerian. We do not think we want to give preference to some people who are, rich and keep some other people at a disadvantage. So our prices are super affordable to just anybody. What we also do is we also do a tie-up with HMOs. And, because HMOs bring in volume, we're also able to reach more people. At the time we started, it was a new movement. We had to do quite a lot to get to the stage where we are now. And there are quite a lot of pre-hospital services across the country. We started out in Lagos as a pilot phase, and exponentially over the years, we have grown to almost all the states in Nigeria with a fiscal-based presence in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. We're in strong discussions with people to get to Uyo, to Bayelsa, to Kano, and Borno. And, we hope to move further from there. With time, we're also able to employ technology, the latest technology. So we have an app where if you call for an ambulance, at the back end, we can see where the caller is coming from. We know where our closest point of dispatch is, and then we can tell you how many minutes the ambulance will get to you. Whilst it's coming to you, we're able to speak with the person who requested and give them tips on how to keep the patient safe till the ambulance arrives. And then we keep advising the person on how long or what time duration the ambulance has to reach to them, because we are watching the ambulance movement in real time. So that in itself, it's tremendous. It's a tremendous leap, and it has really helped us with our responses. Latest invention is dispatch ambulances. So what we've done is we've brought in high-powered motorbikes. fully equipped to attend to emergencies. We have medics on them, and they're able to respond. We aim to respond within 5 to 7 minutes. We have Lagos as a pilot phase, and we're moving to Abuja and Port Harcourt pretty soon as well. Our doctors are from all walks of life. I mean, for instance, I trained in Nigeria, first degree, and that's why I want to give all my best to Nigeria. But I work with the NHS Trust in the UK. And then we have doctors who work in Canada. We have specialist doctors who work in Ireland. You've met a couple of you'll be meeting a couple of our doctors who work across the world. So our doctors they bring skill sets from specialties in pre-hospital and occupational medicine from all over the world, and that gives us a blend of an international flavor, bringing out the best. Speaking about why we are here for the oil and gas conference, I think I would first of all start by observing a minute silence for 2 divers who died 2 days ago offshore one of the platforms. I will not mention it. A minute silence for them. We're here because emergencies happen offshore in the oil and gas space where these services are being provided. And this exploration is what gives Nigeria her natural resource and provides revenue for us. It's really sad if we have our workers dying, and that's why we're here. We already serve quite a lot of oil and gas firms, but we want to serve more. And that's why we're here telling people these deaths, these morbidities, these injuries are preventable. Come, let us talk, let us work together, and let's see how we can forestall these emergencies. And that's why we're here.
Other members of the team of Ambulance Nigeria, who are also medical doctors in their own right, also shed more light on Ambulance Nigeria. Meet Dr. Stevens, a qualified physician for 37 years with working experience initially in trauma and emergency medicine in South Africa, Canada, and Ireland, and now in the last 7 years has worked alongside the Ambulance Nigeria team.
Good afternoon, my name is Dr. Doug Stevens. I'm a medical doctor. I'm from Cape Town in South Africa. I'm an emergency physician and I do a lot of corporate and offshore oil and gas industry support. And I am the chairman of the medical advisory board here at Ambulance Nigeria. I've been associated with Ambulance Nigeria for the last 7 years after visiting before and doing some audits on the operations, and I'm now involved in supporting. Very exciting. This is a very young and innovative company, full of energy, lovely people with a passion for what they do, and really a mission to improve access to services in Nigeria. For all Nigerians particularly, but especially for the clients that actually are involved in relationships with Ambulance Nigeria. Emergency medicine, yes, and I also fly intensive care air ambulance missions. So I'm involved in medical evacuation, medical retrieval, remote sites, and so on. I think people need access. I think people need access to quality. They need to know how to reach out for help when they need it, and I think that's the lacking. Infrastructure, communications, awareness in particular, and access to the services on its own. It provides an essential service, but it's only one part of a comprehensive service. So Ambulance Nigeria can play a support function to other organizations, healthcare funding organizations, because none of this can be done without revenue. So what you need is investment, either from government or from private sector or from in the insurance industry, who then makes services available to everybody. And they then will contract Ambulance Nigeria to supply the essential services that are part of a bigger service offering. So I don't see any other company that is in a better position to support it than we are. But on our own, we face an uphill battle. We need partnership. We need to be part of an ecosystem, which needs, of course, to start with government and regulation, particularly, and to enable the access to more people than it does right now. Absolutely right. This is it. I think this is the only way. I think it's essential, really, across the whole continent, not just here. West Africa, East, Central, Southern Africa. You know, it's a bigger picture, though. I think governments are limited Governments have to operate through taxpayer funding. I think we need to broaden the landscape and we need to get other partners involved. IMF, World Bank, these kinds. We need the bigger players, the multinational and intergovernmental organizations. It's at an early stage now. That's partly what I'm doing here, okay? Because it's the first time in Abuja, it's the first time to engage with the industry on this scale, and they can partner. Because a lot of these big industry partners, they have ESG and sustainability initiatives, and I think a lot of the investments that need to be made should come from them. And this is what we're going to push. We're going to try to leverage their financial power and their sense of duty, their sense of corporate responsibility, population support, community support. There's a lot of it going on. You know, after COVID, a lot of the big oil and gas companies got involved in promoting oxygen. There was a huge oxygen shortage because of COVID, not just in hospitals, but also in national health systems. So, you know, we can find projects which will enable them to directly give something tangible, and then we can contribute as a partner in those projects. Yes, and for one of my last points, you know, health is not possible. Health is not possible without financial independence for people and employment. And a lot of what Ambulance Nigeria does, in addition to ambulance services. So what Ambulance Nigeria also does, besides the rescue services and emergency response, is occupational health. And this is making sure that workers are healthy when they come to work, when they're in the workplace, and when they go home. So my message would be that individual employees should demand more from their employer to support them to be healthy. And this involves not only keeping the workplace as a safe place to be, but also enabling workers to have access to health services, both in and outside the workplace. So I think the message to individuals that watch or listen to this is talk to your employer and demand more from him or her to support you, that you can be healthy and your family as well. That's the real message. Individuals should become more demanding of their employers and in the workplace, and should expect that that employers will respond and will provide them with access to health inside and outside the work, and at home and with the family.
Adding his voice to buttress the effort of Ambulance Nigeria in saving lives is Dr. Johnson Babatunde, the head of clinical operations for Ambulance Nigeria.
Ambulance Nigeria is a Pan-African healthcare company. What that means is that we function in a lot of countries within the African continent, and some of the services we offer ranges from emergency care services. That means your ground ambulance, your air ambulance, your marine ambulance. We are the go-to company for that. Also medical trainings, so your first aid trainings, your basic life support training, your advanced cardiac life support trainings, you know, for paramedics, for offices, for individuals. We also function within that space. And then ultimately, one of our major services is also occupational health service, where we offer corporate healthcare management for organizations within different industries, including the oil and gas, manufacturing, FMCGs, and so on. So occupational health basically consists of stuff like your pre-employment, your annual medicals, your ergonomics, workplace stress management, and so on and so forth. So basically, healthcare for corporates is what occupational health services entails, you know, including clinic management and so on. And also recently, we've been diving into medical supply chain management, all right, which is one core place we also function. So we procure medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, consumables for corporates and then organizations that require it. So yeah, that's in summary what we do at Ambulance Nigeria. So it's been a journey. So like I said, in the race of excellence, there are no finish lines. So it's one step after the other. But so far so good. We've made significant progress. So what that means is at least the clients that we have within our space, we give our 250%, all right, to make sure that they're satisfied. And so this has helped us with referrals and, you know, getting more clients on board. But yeah, we can do better. You know, we constantly improve and constantly grow. But so far so good. The response has been great, has been good, and we have a couple of clients within our portfolio. Absolutely. You know, so the thing is, once you give out quality service, it's only fair enough for people to refer you and say, oh, these people did a great job when we asked them for this. You know, so we've had a couple of that. In fact, that's one of our major marketing strategies. So when we engage any client, we give it our 300%, not just 100%, to make sure that they are satisfied and that they get the best that they can never get anywhere else. Like we tell people, if we do a job for you and you're not satisfied, call us and they will give you a refund. That's what we do. So to answer your first question, I think it's a misnomer in Nigeria, and it's an African thing, and that's one of the narratives we are trying to change. All right, that when you hear ambulance, when you hear emergency service, don't get scared. All right, the ultimate goal of it all is to make sure that the entirety of Africa is LD. All right, so emergency care in Africa is a little bit underdeveloped, as it were. So what we are trying to do is to make sure that that space, gets better. So for example, somebody has a cardiac arrest in the hospital, in the office. So here they say somebody was working and the person slumped and died, and then they called ambulance and it was not available on time. Those are the gaps we are trying to bridge. So we are using two strategies, as it were. We are using the offline strategy and then also leveraging technology. So we have our app that people can come to book ambulances. That makes it readily available even for the ordinary person on the street. To just go log in, request for ambulance if they have an emergency situation. So yes, we leverage both technology, and then we also leverage traditional ways of doing business. To get clients. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so our website is ambulance.ng. That's it. Ambulance, straightforward. And then our Instagram handle, all our social media handle is Ambulance Nigeria. So on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, just look for Ambulance Nigeria, and then you see us. And you can always reach out to us on DM. We are available 24/7 throughout the day, throughout the week. Like we say, we don't rest. On Sunday, we are there for you. So reach out to us for your occupational health services, corporate healthcare services, for your emergency care service, for your medical training, medical procurement, and so anything healthcare. We are the go-to person for all that. There are two strategies here that we use. So we have the subscriptions package, which is what we literally advise, and then we have the call-out package. So call-out is what you just described, where somebody's in an accident or has an emergency situation and they call us. We would respond, but if you are a subscriber on some of our packages, it gives you unlimited access. So before you even dial us, we are there already. So for people that engage us with call out, our ambulance might be engaged with another service. I might not be able to put you as a priority. But if you're subscribed with us as a client or as an individual, once you call us, we must respond. And within 7 minutes, we are there, wherever you are. Because we have ambulance stationed in different areas within different states, and even within the state, we have ambulance stationed in different local government as they were. So within 7 minutes, we are there with you. And then the interesting thing is, we also have our power bike response units.
Over.
All right, that makes things even faster. So if there's traffic, that 7 minutes will still be the go time. Everywhere in Nigeria, literally. But we are everywhere. But we have our core operations in Abuja, Port Harcourt, Lagos. So one of the core things we're working on, or we're building in Ambulance Nigeria, is to leverage technology as a way to make life easier for everyone to access quality healthcare, from emergency care to occupational health to supply, to trainings. All right, so we are building a lot of products around the health technology space, where from the comfort of your phone, you can literally get an ambulance to come to you. From the comfort of your phone, you can get drugs delivered to you, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the things we are building on the side, apart from our corporate healthcare service. So yeah.
Hello, good afternoon. Yes, this is Ambulance Nigeria. Okay, where exactly are you right now? Okay, thank you very much. We will dispatch somebody to you right away.
I'm not still wrong with you, please.
When a critical emergency occurs ambulance has 8 to 15 minutes to respond.
The aged population require more medical services, a lot of which will be pre-hospital care because they are prone to injuries, they are prone to falls, they are prone to fractures. What we're looking for at Ambulance Nigeria is to have an enabling environment where we provide robust support for the aged. How we intend to achieve this is to put them on a sort of subscription plan. Not really about cost, but just for us to know where our aged population are and to have a holistic view about their health status. If the need arises where they need to access care, it will be very easy to dispatch to them. We're working on an app that works with the phone where you're able to tap a single button, it activates ambulance system and gets gets us across to the aged to be able to provide that immediate pre-hospital care to keep them fit. Well, as with many people who are coming to Africa for the first time, there's this fright about what to expect in terms of healthcare. What we do in that regard is to meet up with expert community and let them know we're here and we're here to support them. If for whatever reason they need to access pre-hospital care, we're happy to deploy to them, provide them with that service and then get them to the best hospitals. Because medical evacuation is also one of our plans. When they need to move back to their country, we're able to do it using air ambulances or a commercial stretcher, a stretcher on a commercial aircraft, which is cost effective and makes a lot of sense for the expert community. So that gives them that guarantee that if they come to Nigeria to work, they have Ambulance Nigeria and they will get the best of service and they will get the best of healthcare and they will come back home to meet their families safe and sound. Ambulance service should be affordable to everybody. So our prices are affordable to the everyday man on the streets, the everyday Nigerian. We do not think we want to give preference to some people who are, rich and keep some other people at a disadvantage. So our prices are super affordable to just anybody. What we also do is we also do a tie-up with HMOs. And, because HMOs bring in volume, we're also able to reach more people using the HMOs. A little part of us, we're working with Rotary Club at the moment to reach people who cannot even pay a kobo. And we're serving them, providing them with pre-hospital care. That's how we're able to reach all Nigerians because it's an essential service.
When speed absolutely matters, call Ambulance Nigeria.